Ultimately, you have control. You're completely empowered as a believer to tune into or tune out from the vibrations, on the sound waves, on the radio waves, through social media. What are we connecting to? What are we liking? What do we like as believers? What do we incline towards? And what do we open our hearts to? There have been many reflections about the nature of fikr, tafakkur, this amazing blessing which the Prophet ﷺ taught us to be actively aware of our streams of consciousness, to be aware of what, when you let things in, it's going to have an effect on the heart. If you pour acid on the roots of a tree, it will kill it. And if you pour pure water, and that's an intentional thing, you can choose to do this or you can choose to do that. What are you pouring into your heart? The most precious thing that you have. The nature of the world is it's fleeting and it's going. And the believer shouldn't be in a state of anxiety, because the Prophet ﷺ taught us, even the unknown, that we find a tranquility within it. We have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. Is it not in the true remembrance of Allah that hearts find rest? That Allah adorns the heart with tranquility and solace and calm and peace? Who doesn't want that? And what do we expect if we expose ourselves to the news just in, the latest bulletin? Of course, it's entertainment. It's there to, and the music's going in the background. All of these things are there to shake you up and worry you. God forbid that what's desired of the believer is that we become people that are completely uninformed. The one that does not care about the affair of the believers, is not from us, the Prophet ﷺ said. But we're people that we should really understand what it means to care. We care not just about, giving another comment, adding into the ocean of endless commentary and opinions. One of the signs of the end times, as the Prophet ﷺ informed us, يُعْجِبْ كُلِّ ذِي رَأٍ بِرَأْيِهِ. Every person is amazed with their own opinion, bedazzled with your own opinion. Like, this is worth commenting on. This is worth telling the world. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. طيب من القول. The Mufassirin, some of the scholars, they say that it was beautiful. طيب من القول, as Allah calls them, to have beautiful, pure speech. That can even be implied. Sometimes it's just silence. And we should really reflect about these things in our time. What does it mean to be passive? What does it mean to be engaged? What does it mean to be disengaged? What does it mean to be effectively engaged? What should we be engaged in? And the people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the people of His remembrance. And it's easy when we're caught up and we're swept in the waves to think, all I can see is waves. All I can think about is waves. So I'm just going to think and talk and feel and dream about waves. But who's the one that's causing the current? Who's the one that's in control of these waves? Who's the one that can send you gently to shore? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He calls us to be in remembrance of Him, to be conscious about what's on our tongue.